One more thing we'll cover with the SP404 sequencer is the fact that you can actually record some automation. We can record mutes of the sounds in real time. We can also record parameter changes of the effects in real time. Now, the way that this works means that you're going to have to remember some button combinations and also to make sure to remember the order of operations so you don't mess things up. All right. So with that established, let's go ahead and first talk about how this works. Let's first talk about the motion recording with the effects because that's pretty darn cool. I have pattern 9 here. And the first thing I wanted to do was make pattern 9 longer. So I actually selected pattern 9, went into the pattern edit menu here, and I was able to take my 2-bar pattern and by pressing the encoder, go into the menu and duplicate it to be 4 bars. So now I have 4 bars to work with, and that's great. What I want to do now is I want to manipulate some of the effects that I've enabled on some of these sounds. If I get out of the pattern select mode, for these 2 sounds here, they're going through bus 2. And I think on bus 2, maybe I can enable the DJ looper, which could be fun to play with in terms of automation. Let me make sure my hand's not in the way. All right. All the SP404 lovers use that effect. And then on bus 1 for the kick and the snare here, maybe I'll choose a different effect. Let's go for something like, what do we got here on page 2? Maybe I want to use, not the slicer, some overdrive. That could be fun. All right. All right. So let's just go ahead and try that out and see what happens. All right. So if I play the pattern now. Okay. Might be a bit much. Maybe I go here and I just don't assign 9 to either one of the effects. Remain, press that. Okay, cool. Go back to the pattern. All right. Now, if I want to use this motion effect thing, what I can do is while the pattern is in record mode, I can press the mark button, and this enables motion recording of the parameter effects. All right. And I'm going to do this with the hi-hats and stuff first. So let's play the pattern. Go into record mode. So wait till the pattern starts over. Here we are. Now, if I press the mark button, it says motion record start. Okay. And if I was to play with the parameters of the effects, it'll record those. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off because I don't want to do that just yet. All right. Let me go ahead and go into rehearsal mode. My effects are here. The parameters are visible. All right, so I could do something like that, but it's not recording that right now because I'm not actually in record mode and mark is not enabled. All right, let's go ahead and turn on record, turn on mark. All right, so we can hear that it recorded those parameter changes. Let's go over here to bus 2. Mark is still on. Okay. So now we got some automation recorded. Sounds kind of crazy. If for some reason we don't like this, we can hold shift and it'll erase the motion recording in real time. Okay. And let me make sure this is off. Oh yeah, see? And now, since mark is off, it's adjusting those parameters. I don't want to do that. Let's make sure, turn our effects off. There we go. All right. Now, in addition to that, I can also record mutes, okay? If I want to record parameter effects when I'm in the record mode, I press mark. If I want to record the muting of the sounds in real time, what I have to do is hold shift, reverse, and remain. And this toggles this mute mode on. I know it seems kind of like a weird shortcut, but here it is. I'll demonstrate it really quickly. Same pattern. All right. If I hold shift, reverse, and remain, Right now, this puts me in a mute mode where I can mute sounds in real time, but I'm not recording this. All right. So if I wanted to record those mutes, I just go into my pattern. Okay. So just to re-enable it again, shift, reverse, remain, pad mute mode is on. Okay, there we go. My kick is just gone. There we go. Okay. So now we have our little mutes recorded. Now, what's really interesting about this is that you can toggle these motion recordings on or off. If I hold shift and press reverse, the mutes are now gone, but they're not deleted. If I press shift, reverse, and remain again, we see my mutes come back. So it's really interesting because you can almost use this like an alternative version of the same pattern by enabling and disabling the motion recording. It's very cool, something I totally did not expect from the SP404 sequencer. But like I said, you'll have to remember some button combinations and when to press what to make sure that you don't do anything crazy to your pattern in progress.